What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do an all my love reading for the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, you guys are last but not least on the zodiac lineup for week 3. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, going into week 1, but finally got you guys in week 3 done. Okay, after this, still have the energy shout out and the monthly manifestation, so bear with me. I'll be getting those out shortly as well, but this is pretty much the finishing of the readings for or from October, if you will. Okay, so one for the top for your energy, one from the bottom for the energy of the situation and or person, and then we have the energy between you and the situation and or person. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into y'all's energy, Aries. So we have willingness, okay, for your energy. Then we have satisfaction for the energy of the situation and or person, okay? And then we have kindness, which is the energy between you and the situation. Okay, so very nice energy. I love this deck. You know, so far all the energies for the All My Love readings, what has came out, has been very uplifting, positive energy, very mature energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with you guys first. Your energy and willingness. Okay, which says you are able to compromise if the end result is love. Okay, you are able to compromise if the end result is love. Okay, very nice. Now, Aries, I feel like this is really a card for you guys as a whole that kind of describes Aries as a collective, because as it says, if the end result is love. So if someone is willing to be as compromising as you, and is not very conflicting, even though you are a fire sign, you don't go for no foolishness. So it's like, as long as you cool, I'm cool type of vibe, okay? And so you are willing to compromise, as long as others are willing to compromise with you, okay? If someone wants to be combative, then you become combative. But I feel like with your energy this week, you have kind of learned to fight negative energy with positive energy to get a positive. Okay. And it's because you kind of are ahead of the game as much as possible, depending on what the situation is. Okay. So I like that you're in this willingness phase. Okay. So we are now moving on to the energy of the situation and or person, which is satisfaction. Okay. Satisfaction says you let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Okay, I feel like this is really going from your ancestor read yesterday, that we dropped, in regards to not letting others define who you are. Okay, if you remember, you guys did receive the Nine of Cups. You also had the Nine of Pentacles, which I feel like with that double nine hitting in your ancestor read kind of touched on the completion of you allowing people to define who you are in the past. Okay, and it could just be based off of Aries, what's in your birth chart. Okay, so if you possibly have maybe Libra, a very sensitive sign, as far as, you know, self-awareness goes, I would say Libra, Cancer, are pretty sensitive in those areas. Also Virgos and Capricorn Capricorns, okay, are kind of worried about how they're viewed by people, okay? So you could have some of those signs in your chart, okay? Just an honorable mention, no shade to them, but it's just one of their traits that they have, okay? And so right now you are in satisfaction with who you are as a person. You feel very established. You know who you are as a person. You don't need anyone to define you, okay? And so you have your own self-approval. You don't seek it from anyone else, okay? And so I feel like this is more so about a situation than it is in reference to a person. This is about self-love, as far as your life in general, okay? So lastly, the energy between you and the situation is kindness, okay? Kindness, which says you are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others, okay? You are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others, okay? So Aries, again, depending on what's in your birth chart, okay, because like I said, you are a fire sign. Doesn't mean that you're automatically combative, but you just don't like being pushed to the edge, okay, by people who, you know, see your kindness as a weakness, okay? You are just a large beacon of light when it comes to sharing your humanitarianism with other people, okay? So whatever it is that you do that is maybe full of considering your community, or bringing people together in a community as a whole, you do it out of love. Whatever it is that you provide to people is from a very good place. And so you never want to feel like someone's taking advantage of that or using that as a weakness towards you, okay? But you always, even regardless of what someone does out of like bitterness or enviness or jealousy, you still move in a place of love, okay? Because you are just a very pure-hearted person, okay? And so that's a very good trait to have. And again, you just don't let nobody, you know, push you to the edge, okay? Don't be no fool for nobody. Nobody should, okay? But if we all moved a little bit more in love, things would be a little bit more harmonious within our collective, within our community. And so if we can move in kindness, you know, we would, in willingness, you know, we would be a lot better for it. And so, you know, give yourself a round of applause, Aries, for having that energy and sharing that loving energy with others, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the island wellness to see what the main focus is right now, or what you're focusing on. You can take both of these messages for yourself, or you can take one for yourself and one towards the situation. Aries, remember that you do share your energy with other collective energy. So if someone is possibly a Capricorn and they have Aries in one of their placements in their birth chart that means a lot to them, then you share your energy with them, okay? So if this main spread at the top was all you need, then by all means, this is the end of the reading for you. For others, if you want to watch it all the way to the end, just remember that this may not concern you, or it could be for another collective energy of Aries, okay? So let's get into these messages. We have girl with a snake, okay? Girl with a snake. Empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable boundaries, okay? So like I was just saying, in regards to you move with love, but at the same time, and while you're willing to work with people, you're not willing to work with anyone who's going to be combative, okay? And so being charmed or used, people taking advantage of you or using your kindness as a weakness, is something that you deal with, okay? And so, and you possibly deal or have possibly some form of a narcissist around you, but you can feel it. Empathy, or being an empath, is kind of part of clairsentience, in a sense of can feel negative energy, or even, sad energy, any type of feelings, period. You can pretty much take on the feelings of anyone opposite of you, okay? And so you can kind of understand where people's thought processes may go depending on what the situation is. And like I said, be ahead of the curve. Thus, the reason why you are willing to compromise. Okay, so you could have something like this, or someone around you with this energy. This is not you per se, but someone possibly around you. So just be mindful, create those boundaries. Okay, and you may need to moving forward. Okay, it's to protect your energy and to protect others. All right. The next message is love call. Okay, love call. It says, someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you, and letting you know. Okay, and so this could be just something as simple as you getting your flowers, Aries, from someone who truly does appreciate you. Something maybe could be long overdue, or it could just be someone in your energy that truly does love you and they always want you to know. And so that kind of foreshadows this girl with the snake type vibe, okay, that might be lingering around you, where you're giving boundaries to certain people, but you're getting your flowers from those who truly do appreciate you, okay? And so it's no love lost as far as, this negative energy that you have to put boundaries around, because you do have a good support system around you that appreciates you, okay? And so, with that being said, let's move on to the outcome of the energy with the romance angels here. Okay. One from the top, one from the bottom, same situation as before. You can take both for yourself, or one apiece for the situation and one for yourself. Okay. Take what resonates. We have retreat. Okay. Retreat, which says it's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, it's time to disconnect from the world. So after you deal with everything that you have to deal with in regards to the possible situation that you're going through, again, kind of piggybacking off of your ancestor read that released yesterday, in the sense of, I mentioned something about maybe someone in your atmosphere, a romantic person, seeing how hard that you work and want to kind of reward you for it, in time to, take a little, Vespa, if you will, to kind of just get away and disconnect from the world. Maybe getting away from social media. It could be something as simple as that. It could be just taking a break from, work, things of that nature. Maybe a long, extended weekend, possibly. We do have holidays coming up. And so you may take advantage of that. And again, possibly disconnecting from things or people that are no longer serving you is something that you may need to consider. Okay. Next message is calling in your soulmate. Okay. Calling in your soulmate. Very nice. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This is going up underneath that love call, someone expressing love to you. Okay, this is a form of kindness. Again, like I said, giving you your flowers. Okay, so whatever you've been doing for a particular set of Aries, if you already have your person, then this does not apply to you. Okay, you probably already figured that the person that you're with is your soulmate. Okay, but for others of you, you've been moving in light and kindness. You've been possibly compromising in your relationships. You don't have any type of codependency within the relationship, where you give your self approval as far as what you bring to the relationship and what you expect out of the relationship. And so you have been, hoping, wishing, and praying for someone to come into your life that appreciates you and would not try to take advantage of you. Okay. And so they do come, bearing kind words and empathy towards you. and it's possibly your soulmate. You're calling that person in, so you're moving in love and light, which is the best way to be. Okay, so Aries, that is all that I have for you guys at this time. This, concludes your October readings as we move into November. Okay, I still have the energy shout out to do and the monthly manifestation for November. So check those out as they come in. And I'll see you guys in week 3 in November. So until then, peace.